everyone, Sophia here from My Great Challenge. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am back to trying to getting a routine together, and I've been very unsuccessful in the past. You guys know that, and I've been saying that for the longest, that for some reason I just can't stick to a routine when it comes to cleaning and organizing the house. In the past, I had tried the FlyLady and I was not successful at it, and so I kind of thought about it for a minute and realized that the reason why I was not successful at it is because I did not follow the steps properly. I jumped steps and I skipped steps. So I pretty much did exactly what she warned us not to do, which was to jump the gun and start doing all of the decluttering and the cleaning and all of this stuff ahead of trying to establish very simple routines, which she refers to as baby steps. Okay, so basically I burnt out and I crashed and I give up because I just said this is not working. So what did I do this month? I pretty much reread the book, and this is not my original one. Ironically enough, I cannot find the original one. I remember that it was damaged. I don't think I threw it away. It might be downstairs, but I did not find it. So very obviously, I need to get back on track with trying to figure out a way to organize my house. So let me ask you a couple of questions because I really want you to do this with me. Do you feel that you live in chaos? Do you feel that no matter what you try, you never stick with it? You create routines and they work for maybe 3 or 4 days, if even that, and then something happens and you totally stop. Or you organize a place or space in your home, like your home office, or if you're a crafter, you know what I'm talking about, because this is like the crafter's disease, okay? We just can't keep our craft space clean. There's stuff everywhere, and we constantly bring in new stuff in there too. And sometimes we double, triple, quadruple purchase the same item because we can't find the original 3. Okay, so you get the point. If you feel that, like me, you clean a whole space and then it stays clean for about 24 hours and 2 days at best, and then it gets back to square one and you just get so frustrated and you don't understand what's going on, well, you are in the same boat than me, and maybe the FlyLady system will help you out. So what I've decided to do is a whole series, and this is basically going to follow all of the steps that are in the book as I read it and as I understand it, and I'm going to share with you basically what's in the book, what the system is step by step, and I'm going to demo it and see whether or not this is something that's going to work for you. If you want to do it alongside of me, it would be wonderful because then we can support each other, and then you can use the Facebook page, you know, the link is down below, for My Great Challenge to, you know, chit chat with me and post your pictures as you progress. Okay, so what is this? A Sync Reflection. This is Marla Siley. I believe she's Canadian, and she wrote the book a while back actually, and I'm gonna try to see. I don't have my glasses. I'm pulling out a book and I don't have my glasses. How prepared is that? The first one was 2002. I was gonna say late 90s, but so this is not like that old. It's 15 years old. Yeah, maybe it is. If you have a teenager, you consider that old. But anyway, this is basically her system, which she put together after copying other system, and she just kind of like mumble jumbled them together into something that is working for her. She's grown to be quite big in the business of organization and home management. There's a lot of people who use her system. I know that there's a Facebook page that I belong to that's called Keep It Together, and I don't post on it very often, but they pretty much all of them on that particular Facebook page use her method of cleaning and organizing. So her book is called Sync Reflection. She only has one. Discover the secrets that have changed the lives of more than 500,000 families, and I think that by now it's definitely over 1 million. Overwhelmed, disorganized, living in chaos. And by the way, she uses acronyms a lot. Chaos, though it sounds like what our house looks like right now, actually stands for Can't Have Anybody Over. syndrome. You know, when you just pass on having people over your house because it's just disgusting. Or me, for instance, freaking out because the in-laws are coming in within 2.5, 3 weeks from now. And there's definitely some areas of my house that really, really need to be seriously decluttered. Okay, so last year I did the 30 bags in 30-day challenge, and that worked a lot for me. That worked very well for me. I got rid of a lot of stuff, and if you watch my channel for a while, you probably know that I've gotten rid of over 90 bags worth of stuff, including furniture. And guess what? You would think that it would have emptied out my house and it would be easier to organize and clean. Well, no. Why? Because this person right here did not change at all. Okay, all I did was go in areas, empty it out, and sure enough, those areas either got filled up again or just weren't maintained. So I'm at the point where I just need help. And the only way I'm going to do that, because I haven't been able to find my own routine, is to pretty much follow somebody else's system, because I just can't come up with my own stuff. I just can't. So you have to be willing to say, okay, you know what? I need help. I can't do it alone. I need a system that is easy to follow, a system that works for people, that's been proven to work, and the only one I know of is this one. Okay, KonMari is not going to tell you how to clean. KonMari is only going to tell you how to get rid of your stuff, and if you don't change your way of thinking, you're going to keep on bringing stuff in your house. And it's pretty much the same thing with all of the other books that I've read on organization. They tell you how to organize things, but they don't really give you a system on how to maintain the home and the routine to keep the house running smoothly and clean and organized at all times. This is what this book will give you. Okay, so the link is down below, by the way, if you want to purchase the book. I'm gonna go step by step. So the purpose of this video today is to go through step one. Now, you probably think, okay, so I'm ready to do this and let's start decluttering. Okay, well, no, you're not doing the decluttering yet, okay? And there's a rationale for that. She pretty much wants you to learn baby steps. You know how you have to learn to tie your shoes before you start walking? You know, that's kind of an old say. You have to learn to tie your shoes first. But the first step is shining your sink. And this is pretty much the purpose of this video. And I'm going to show you how to do it as well in a second. So why is she talking about that? Well, you're probably thinking, you're looking at your house right now and it's chaos everywhere. You got dishes all over the sink. You just don't know where to start. Well, she believes that starting with the sink is the best starting point. And I have to agree with that. And I'm going to explain to you why. You know, sometimes you clean a wall and you have stains on your wall. So you start wiping off a stain and you basically make a clean spot, okay? And then all you see is the clean spot. And all of the dirt around that clean spot is bothering you. So what do you start doing? You start going in a circle and removing the rest of the dirt. Next thing you know, you have an entire wall that's been cleaned. So basically the first step is shining your sink, okay? So this is what you're gonna do. And I'm putting you on the task. Okay, because I've been doing it for the past 7 days now, and I've been putting the picture on my website, on my Facebook page. So I want you to do the same thing if you're going to join this with me. Basically what you do is that forget about the dishes that you have in your sink. Remove your dishes, just put them to the side, okay? I know the kitchen is going to be, if it's like my kitchen, the way it was last week, your kitchen is going to be a disaster zone. Forget about that. Don't worry. We're not doing that yet. Right now, you're only going to shine your sink, and I'm going to show you how to do it. But basically what you do is that you pull everything out of the sink, and you're going to shine your sink. And once you've shined your sink, and I'll probably say that again after I'm doing the demo, you don't have to shine it again. All you're going to do this point forward is just maintaining the cleanliness and the shininess of your sink. So you don't have to go through the whole hour-long process again. It's not an hour of work. There's an hour of wait while the products work. Anyway, neither here nor there. So the first step is shining your sink, okay? And she doesn't want you to do anything else. You just shine your sink and maintain it for 7 days. That's it. Me, I had to do it. I had to wait and do it every day for 7 days. If you want to post pictures on the Facebook page, go ahead. I'd love to see your sink, and I'd love to see you working alongside of me. And once we are done with this, I'll do a second video. It's probably going to come up earlier than 7 days, to talk to you about step number 2, which actually I'm going to film right after this. Okay, so this was step 1. Don't worry about what's coming on afterwards. All right, just do step 1, shining your sink. Let me show you how I did it, and then I'll talk to you again when this is done. But let me show you my sink. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's Saturday in my house. This is the sink. It's been like that since, I think this is day 6, so since last Sunday, I have kept the sink clean. All right, so her method is basically every day when you walk into your kitchen, you walk into a kitchen where the counter is clean, and you start every morning with 2 towels. You have one that is your regular bar towel that you dry your dishes with, and then you have a rag that you use to do the counters with and to wipe your sink with. Okay, and then this is my you know, regular soaps and whatnot. So every day you pull out a new set of these. Okay, so basically you have to have 7, all right, or 8 if you want to have a day of laundry. You know, you understand what I'm talking about, right? So you have to have 7 kitchen rags and 7 dish towels, and every night when you go to bed you put a new set on the side of your sink, and these are the ones you're going to use throughout the day. Okay, so how do you shine your sink? It's very easy. The first thing you need is to fill up your sink with hot water. So I got my sink on hot, and you're going to pour in the equivalent of a half a cup to a cup worth of bleach. Okay, and that's it. You just let the sink fill up with the hot water and the bleach, and you let it fill up to here, just about. Okay, and once that's in there, you're just gonna let the water and the bleach stay in your sink for an hour. During that time, you can go ahead and do something else around your counter. You can use that water to wash your counters and disinfect if you want to, if you've already cleared your counters, okay? But don't be alarmed, you just leave that. Don't worry about the water and the bleach, just leave it in there for an entire hour, and then we'll come back after an hour to see what it looks like and get to the next step. Alright, so it's been an hour, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and just empty my sink. Okay, you just let it sit like that for an hour. Now I'm gonna empty it, I'm gonna rinse it. Careful not to put any water and bleach on your clothes. And once that's done, I'm just gonna go ahead and add, after I rinse it, I'm gonna add baking soda. You can use any scouring powder like Ajax or whatever, and you basically just throw it all around, and we're just gonna scrub this thing like there's no tomorrow and bring it back to brand new shine. And the reason why you're rinsing your sink before you put any other product is because bleach doesn't mix with a lot of stuff, which I have learned the hard way, of course, by mixing bleach with a bunch of other products and then complaining 2 days later, why is it that I cannot breathe? Okay, so now this is rinsed, and again, you can use any kind of scouring powder. I like baking soda because it's natural. Okay, so here's my baking soda. And that's all I need, really. That's it. Okay. And then you just put on your gloves, like so. And use the Scotch-Brite, right? And you're just going to go in circles and clean your sink. It works on porcelain sink, stone sink, of course stainless steel like mine, any other type of material, corian, I believe as well. And don't forget to go inside right here, right? Okay, so now what she wants you to do is really clean those areas you never get to clean on your sink. Namely the edges right here, wherever you have a seam. So you can use a toothbrush or a brush like this one, and you just go in there once this is rinsed out, you just remember I'm using hot water, so eventually it's gonna evaporate. Okay, but you just go ahead and give it a nice buff. Alright, this is done. And then once your entire sink has been cleaned out, you're going to use Windex. You can also use olive oil, but I prefer Windex. And you're just going to let it sit a little bit and then wipe it off for perfect shine. This was not a super hard task. You don't have to do it again. You just maintain every single day your sink when you go to bed, okay? The next time I will see you, I will talk about step 2, which is another baby step. We're not decluttering yet, okay? It's another baby step, and that one is going to be about how you present yourself and you start your day. It's going to be about your morning routine and your evening routine, okay? If you don't know anything about the FlyLady and you want to get the book, the link is down below. Give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. If you want to do this whole program with me from step 1 to the end, let me know down below and give me your commitment, and we're going to do it together. And then don't forget to like my Facebook page so we can chit chat and talk about the process together. Okay, this is going to be a long series, guys, because this is a big book. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Thanks for watching.